This is the English channel. No French allowed. Gotta recalibrate. Hi and welcome on that live. We are right now deciding to calm down and to be fully present here in the moment, right? Because that's why we are here and that's why we are experiencing life. So, I'm going to share the questions of the community under my short name Q&A in preparation. Come and join us. I posted that short in November, so I could say that I took my time, but mostly I went through that recalibration phase as every one of us, and I needed space and time to create, to, well, settle into this new energy, identity, new momentum. I prefer the word momentum. So I'm going to read the questions and answer it. Pardon my French, pardon my English in advance. And yes, let's go. So, if I forget to say the username, it's my bad. My bad. But if you know, you know. If it's your question, I mean, you know. Uh, I need to clean my glasses. Were you born under the sign of the Archer? I think it's Sagittarius. Um, I wasn't. I'm born under the sign of the twins. Twins. Did you emigrate to Réunion? I was born here. My parents emigrate there. My favorite meal. My favorite meal. Anything that we have in the kitchen that can be prepared with love. Yeah. But if I had to choose, maybe I would say avocado toast. I love bread and avocado together. It's just awesome. My favorite genre of music. Oh, by the way, music genre, un genre musical. That's how we say it in French. And the moment I learned that we say genre, I had a tough time with it. So I don't have a favorite genre in music because I listen to everything. I love rock, I love rap, I love R&B, soul, jazz, classic. I love there isn't even one instrument that I don't like to listen to. So yeah, I'm very flexible in terms of music. And how many pets do I have? I had two cats, but the oldest one passed away recently. So now we are left with one amazing little baby cat that is not so much a baby now, he's an adult now. So, yes, we have Zorro as our pet and guardian, guide. And lastly, who is my favorite author? Author Mark Manson, because I have trouble to finish the books I'm starting, and I wrote I read two books of him, and I had no struggle whatsoever reading it from start to finish. It was just amazing. The first title is The Subtle Act of Not Giving a Fuck. I know the titles in French, but I'm not sure for the English version. Wooks! We'll see. Mark Manson, American author and blogger. Hi. The subtle art, subtle, art of not giving a fuck. Amazing, no? Amazing, isn't it? And the other one is I don't have it right now. I don't find it. Ah, yes, everything is fucked. Yes, the other one is everything is fucked. You can see my humor. So, thank you for your questions, PPN S1N. Moving on. I'm assuming based on your accent and your profile that you live in France. So I don't live in France, but I live in a department that is owned by France. What it's like there? What's it like there? So as I live on Réunion Island, so an island, it is very, it is paradise on earth. There is a lot of nature, like savage nature. Some places are untouched by humans yet, not yet. And this is the thing that I love the most about where I live. It's how nature is just taking back its place again and again, and the conditions are just perfect for any plants to grow, and not any, but most. So yes, the plants and the creatures, there aren't this much wild creatures. I mean, there are birds, lizards, fish, and a lot of insects, but not so much big creatures. We don't have. Yeah. Moving on, I was just reflecting about which creatures were actually from Réunion Island and still lived here. So, yes, mostly birds. Birds are beautiful and there are so many different, so many sounds. This is a great soundtrack to have. Um, Moving on, I've noticed you are somewhat near the ocean, I think. Uh, so, I am not living near the ocean, but I just have to take a 15-minute ride and I'm there. That's cool. That's cool. I'm living mostly next to the mountain more than the sea, but as I said, I can go to the sea whenever I like. So I can say it is peaceful to live here, but it is better when you are accepting things as they are. For example, in summer it is hot and there is sun that we cannot avoid, and my skin is sensitive, sorry, and I just have to adapt myself to it. I mean, we all adapt in all ways. Some have to adapt to the cold weather, and I just have to adapt to the hot one. And mostly, I prefer to walk or to do important stuff at night, like outside stuff. Some I've started to do gardening at night. It's way easier. Okay. Thank you, General Seawolf, Elsie Wolf. If you had a door that could take you anywhere, where would it take you? Okay. I will have two answers for that one. So I would love a door to take me to my mind, like inside of the thing. I mean, face to my memory, my memories, my just how I perceive things. I would love to be an insider of how my brain function. I don't know what I just said. And a door that could take me on a physical place. I would love to go to Japan, like this. Just see, just see, take it all in. Maybe smell the sakuras. I don't know. So yeah, I would love to go inside of my consciousness and see Japan. Thank you, just G S7Z. Yeah, the names are just so fun. Mm. Welcome to you all on the other side of the screen. I hope you are doing super good, super well. Um, Volts and bolts, no, bolts and bolts. Have a question. When did you start walking this path? What path? Life? I mean, the day I was born, the path of bettering myself. Um, it okay. Somehow, when I was in school, becoming a teenager, I started to optimize my life, my thoughts, my actions to to maximize the outcome of the energies I'm putting into stuff. But I honestly starting to apply what I've learned for 4 to 5 years ago. I mean, 2020 was a very big moment. I left school. I quit. I quit my job, and I started to. Mm, I'm searching for the word. Okay, I expressed my deepest fear, my deepest shame to myself over and over and over and over again until I realized that I was my biggest obstacle. So, as I didn't want to fight against myself all of my life, I decided to befriend my worst side. And by doing it, I've discovered about myself that I was an artist. I've always been a creator, we all are. But I needed to share that message of self discovery through pain and through heartbreak, through the difficult moment of life, and transmuting it as fuel for tomorrow, even just for today. And I could say that 2020 was the moment I really start to walk in that direction, even if until 2023 I was still doubting myself, not really taking action. But well, what can I say? We gotta make our own mistakes, right? And choose our own pace. So this is a wonderful question, but there is not one final answer because every day I feel like I'm starting a new path. For example, 6 months ago it was, yes, I'm decided, I know where I'm going. I don't know what shape it is going to take, but I know what I need to emit, what I need to do with my energy and what I have. And then everything will flow. And recently I started walking the path of, well, I'm free. I'm not trying so hard anymore. I'm living, first of all. And I wish for everyone the same peace and serenity that I can feel inside my body. So every day, every choices lead us to a slightly different in angle path. So thank you, Volts and Bowls. one AGS asked, what is the story behind Muse? Muse. So this one is very simple, really. Um, I love art. Like since the beginning of time, I started to like art through music and dance. Then I painted, I draw, I what else? I tattoo myself. I love watching nature, stargazing, and as I've always been inspired by art. I mean, music inspires in me movement. So liking so much something that I want to be part of it is the reason why I've tattooed Muse. Is because Muse, life is my muse, nature is my muse, art is my muse, and as am I, as I'm inspired by everything, then I can never lack of inspiration, first of all. And art and beauty is really different through the perception we put on it, the lens we decide to look art through. So the reason why Muse is tattooed my body, inked, it's because I needed to remember that I am inspired by life. I am inspired by everything. And therefore, anyone and everyone who wants to find inspirations, they can if they just look. And when I say look, I'm just saying if only we were willing to open our eyes to the inherent beauty of what is. 1717 on the timer, as I said that. So, yes, muse is the word that I like to remind me that art is omnipresent. And also, there is a world play that I've created, my Instagram account where I post all of my photography, digital creations or paintings or upcyclings like this. It's called Amuse Me. Donc AAMUSE underscore me. Amuse me because life is amusing me. Life is funny. Even when I love art therapy and creating not for the sake of being perfect, but just expressing yourself. Because the reason why so many people are depressed is because we are consuming until there is no storage left in our mind, brain, body, and we just cannot take it anymore. We have to purge some of those data and we can translate it into fuel through art and expression. Thank you, one AGS. Thank you for your photographies and creations. I love it. I love it. G- GIF films, GIF films, films, GIF films asked if I was single. Well, I am, but I also decided to make a vow of celibacy because it was weighing too much on my energy to think about relationship and love as something exterior of something outside of myself when it all take roots within. And I'm still looking. No, I'm aware that love is already here, and the people who came to me interested by who I was, they make me scared because they felt like the connection we felt was supposed to mean something deeper than just being two souls recognizing each other and meeting each other's for a reason. And there is always a reason, okay? There is always we don't do things by coincidence. I mean, life doesn't happen by coincidences. It is getting hot out there. So, yes, that is said. That is said and done. And of course, this is a recent decision of my, decision between me and myself. And I invite you, each and every one of you, of really asking yourself why a relationship seems so important. Because when I ask myself this question, I realize that it is important because we are social animals. We need community. And I need first to put partnership, connection, and community first before a romantic relationship. Because we, the moment we meet someone, we are in a relationship, we are in a connection, not relationship, because when a relationship is not a serious or emotional relationship, romantic relationship, we said this, it's a situationship, sorry. And that's the reason why I'm so sick of those nuances that are making it just so complicated to understand that we are love, and therefore we can be kind, we can be loving, we can be ourselves, despite of how we gain validation of proof of being worthy of love through others. I'm guessing that's where I wanted to go, but so as I answered all of the questions that were on the comment section of that short, I've created few other questions that I wanted to answer. um, let's just get on with it. So, first question, what calls me forward every day? There is my inner voice who is waking up slightly before me, before my body, and that is inspiring me, nudging me into the most simple direction each morning. And when I say simple direction, is one important task that I didn't write on my to-do list, but that my body, mind, and soul are ready for. It wasn't maybe the time 1 or 2 weeks ago, but right now it is the time. And so what calls me forward every day is momentum, inspiration, the impulse of I feel like it's the moment. And if it's not the moment, I cannot do it. How do I know when I'm aligned? Because this is somehow the topic of that channel is always returning to your source, to yourself, so you can do the best decision with what you have. So the moments I know that I can make the best decisions for myself and for where I am going in life is when I know that my body is nourished. For example, I will need to nourish myself after the live. That my mind is relaxed and not holding onto a very limited idea of what things should be. And when I've given a time of pause of to my mind and body first to make big decisions at least, but we all have micro decisions all life long, all day long, and being aligned is not so much of a it's You know, when you are hungry, your body is telling it to you, is warning you. I mean, please, we need your attention. When you are aligned, it is more subtle, almost like a silence, like an absence of noise, an absence of the thoughts saying, "Oh no, yes, it can be like that in my mind, like doubt and fears taking over. And when I feel aligned with a direction in mind, there is no noise, no mental noise. And of course, I've already felt aligned with thoughts in the background saying, "You're so stupid," and me not listening to it. Since I've started this channel, I measure my growth, measure my growth, not by subscribers or views or likes, and thank God, because either way, I've stopped already. I measure my growth by how much I can do something that slightly scares me, and still be alive at the end of the day. Training my body to feel safe in unknown situation. I mean, not unknown, but new situations? Hi, Fabio. Hope you're doing super great. If you have a question, I will be more than happy to answer it. This is my first Q&A, so be wild. Yes, so measuring my growth by how much my body can face its fears is amazing. Yeah. The whisper that I'm trusting over the world noise now, since I started this adventure, is mostly the the whisper that says thank you for doing it. And mostly it is because of you all, because when you are thanking me for just putting myself out there and saying my first thought in the morning, it's very unsettling, because I thought I needed to be so much better than who I already were to be worthy of anything. That if the world noise is still cacoting, cacoter, pardon, c'est du français, French, still, if the world's noise is still present in my mind, I need only to return to that whisper that is saying thank you. That is my soul saying to my mind and body, thank you for doing it. I knew you could do it. You came here for that. Hi, Christelle. Welcome. Hope you are doing super great. As I said to Fabio, if you have any questions, this is a Q&A. Feel free to ask anything. Yeah. If life is a game, what are you playing for? Wow. I'm playing for peace, for love, for making our experience of life full. Full? We say fulfillment for a reason. We are looking for that kind of fulfillment. I mean, the mind, body, and soul type of fulfillment. When you have explored the deepest and darkest side of your mind, and you still want to play. I mean, I've traveled through my shadows for years. I've been depressed for years, even at my young age, and I just couldn't take it anymore. And I truly thought this life was too much for me. But well, now it's the opposite. I am very too much, but not in the too much sense. In the I am a lot, but I'm loving it, and I have no choice but embracing it. Either way, I am suffering from my judgment. I'm suffering from my own judgment. Crystal, I am very good, doing well, recovering from a food poisoning, which is alright, because my body told me after the first bite that something was wrong and I didn't finish the sandwich, and God bless, I did. What about you? Hi, Early Guzman. Um, Well, I don't have another questions. I'm done with mine. So, if you want to ask me some questions, we can answer to it. But if not, I'm thanking all of you for being here, tuning in, connecting, and I'm hoping that some of those answers were insightful or at least a little bit funny. Fabio, I am from Reunion Island. This is where I was born. Yeah. Well, that's it. That's it. Thank you so much for being here, being alive, being willing, being yourself. We'll see each other next time. If you want more content, please do ask. Leave a comment somewhere, I'll read it. I wish you an amazing day or night, and well, see you next time.